What's going on, troopers? Welcome to the Trooper Transmission. Today we got my man Seth to talk all things fitness and nerding out. Seth, thanks for taking the time, man.
Hey, no problem. Glad to be here.
All right. So take me back 5, 6, 7 months ago. What was going on in your life and in your health and fitness, and what ultimately inspired you to join this army of troopers?
About 5, 6 months ago, I was kind of in like a bit of a rough patch. I was, pretty much just sitting at home all day, working from home, and just all in general, just not really got a lot of fitness in. Wasn't really sure what I should be eating, so just sort of eating whatever at the time. One day I was just scrolling through Instagram per my usual, and I saw this your ad that you have on there, which awesome ads. I love them. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. Why not? What do I have to lose at this point? Because I haven't seen any progress in losing weight for. I've been trying to do it myself for like 2, 3 years now. And even before I moved to my apartment here, I was trying to lose it back at my parents' house whenever I was living with them and still couldn't do anything. So tried this, and so far, as we've seen, been super successful with it, which has been amazing. It's been an awesome journey for sure.
Yeah, it's been cool every single week checking in and seeing how you're doing. And every week, I feel like there's a new win or something else that you've kind of unlocked, whether that's physically or mentally or around your nutrition. Before joining, I want to close the loop on that. Was there any concerns you had? Obviously, just a dude on the internet that wears clone trooper helmets, or were you able to kind of see, okay, cool, other people have done this, it all makes sense. Like, let's go ahead and join. Like, what was kind of your
Um,
going into it?
it pretty much all made sense to me. I've seen other, not really super similar. Yours is like unique in a sense, but I've seen other things being like, oh, you need to try this cookbook or this other workout, and it's this app or whatever. And it's just like, they all seem like really gamey, I guess, in a sense. But with yours, it sort of like seemed like a genuine sort of I want to help you and I want to make this fun while also helping you.
Right, totally. And so then as you joined, what would you say were some of the initial either perspective shifts or lessons or unlocks, whether that's around knowledge or just how you were doing things in the past, where you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Um, in the past, I would, I try and do one or the other, like try and diet or try and work out. But this sort of locked the two cogs together and made it mesh a lot more. You also had several videos in your library that sort of explained how things worked. Like you had the different grocery lists on how to make a bunch of different food items. You had the how to get in your protein up to how much you're supposed to have every day. Yeah,
Yep.
the app that like just simplifies all the different workouts for you. It just made things so much simpler where I didn't have to think about it so much and just really helped out way more than what I was expecting, honestly.
Awesome. And so for you, it sounds like it just kind of streamlined everything that you'd been applying and made it one more specific to you, but two reduced a lot of decision fatigue where you're able to just go and like execute.
Exactly.
Yeah, awesome. So for you then, as you've been going around this journey, we were just talking about you breaking a cool plateau and hitting over 20 pounds down. But what outside of the weight loss, what would you say are some of the biggest wins you've had, either achievement wise or health wise? Like what's been some of the things you've recognized along this journey so far?
Health wise, I've noticed that I've been waking up feeling more energized. I'm not as sluggish anymore. Um, Food wise, been eating a lot better. And whenever I do go out and have something like to go out to eat, I'm actually watching myself, making sure I don't like go super crazy or something of that nature. Um, Whenever just sort of like the little things, I'm not like snacking as much. It's really helped to sort of like dial in my mindset, like, hey, I need to watch what I eat. I can't just be straight up glutton per se. But it's also helped me to sort of have more fun in life as well, because hitting the gym, it's really sort of like helped both my mind and body sort of improve.
Yeah. To that point of fun, what would you say have been some of the things that have made it more fun and enjoyable for you? Whereas you said in the past, like they try this cookbook or try this app and it's all just kind of like
Mhm.
gamey. Like what about this process has worked so well for you beyond just it's all like streamlined?
I think that would be a few different aspects. One would be sort of like seeing everyone else's progress within the app, so you can see like, oh, someone completed this, someone completed this. Oh, someone gave you like a thumbs up or a cheer, saying good job on what you've done. There's also within the actual app where you have different competitions, like the Kessel Run. I believe you just recently we had. Um, then a few other like little competitions as well. Yep, exactly the shirt
That's
you're
a lock
currently
right
wearing.
there. Yep.
Then you also have different like badges you can earn, different shirts you can get, like stuff like that. So it feels a lot more like a community of a bunch of just workout nerds rather than just uh, some, oh, you come together, you work out, and then you never see each other. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And for you then, if you had to go back and talk to your younger self, or even you a year ago, what would you say are your keys to success? Where it's like, hey, Seth, if you do these things, you're going to continue to be successful. What would you say your three keys are?
Three keys. Uh, Work out, but don't push it to a point where you break out of the mindset of still wanting to go. Because with how we did it, or how you have it set up, I should say, it really puts it in a way to where you don't get like lagged out of it. It keeps it to where it's like simplified. You have the rest days and all of that, and then you don't have to like uh, burn yourself out because you don't know what the heck you're doing. So, big number one is simplify it, get a few workouts, and don't overwork yourself too much. Still good to, work it out, but just don't go too crazy. Two, protein shakes, honestly. They've been insanely good for me. Instead of like getting a bag of chips or something like that, make a protein shake and just add like even just some almond milk, like protein almond milk is what I've been using. And it just makes it like basically a milkshake almost. And you just like sip on that for like a few hours, and there you go. You don't have to worry about snacking. And then food wise, what you recommended was the Clean Eats Kitchen. Insanely huge. It takes out an entire meal that you have to worry about, and it just makes it so much easier. That's a complete thing that you don't have to worry about, and you just focus on your dinners for the day or breakfast. Which breakfast, just do a protein shake real quick. So, but yeah, I think those three. If I could tell like myself like years ago, I think those would be the big three that I would go with.
Yeah. And I love obviously the protein shakes because I
Yeah.
just had mine. And you're totally right. It tastes like a milkshake. And I wish more people had the same takeaways as you because nutrition is 100%, there's a lot that goes into it. But it's almost like, are you familiar with the Dunning-Kruger effect where it's like you don't know anything, then you think you know a ton of stuff, and then you realize you don't know anything, and then you come out on the
Yep.
other side and you're like, oh, okay, I actually know something. Like a protein shake and a clean eats, like meal delivery, like at least something you don't need to think about, solves two-thirds of your day.
Yep.
Maybe four, I'm bad at fractions now. I was going to say 4/6, but maybe 3/5 if you factor in snacks, right? Intentional snacks.
Yep.
But like, you don't need to think about anything. It's done for you. You have a protein shake, you got your clean eats, which is cheaper than any eating out that you would do.
Oh
And then,
yeah, 100%. $200 for like a whole month's worth. It's like no brainer at that point.
yeah, plus the time you save prepping, the time you save cleaning. And
Yep.
It helps you drop. So, dude, awesome, man. Any other final words for the troopers or just final thoughts?
um, just stick to it, and you got this. It is, I will say, a struggle. You might experience burnout. You might experience days where you're just having a really bad day, but just don't give up. Just keep pushing it, and you'll get there eventually. You just gotta keep pushing it.
Yeah. And so is the journey. I always talk about fitness being the hero's journey. If you watch any movie, Star Wars especially,
Yep.
there's the period when they're in the trash compactor and life is kind of in the trash, literally, for them. But
Oh yeah,
it'll be there for you as well, watching this and just keep pushing through because that's the best part of your journey. That's the best part of the movie. And you're going to come out on the other side.
exactly. Once you're whatever you hit your goal at the end of the line, you're gonna look back and be like, "That's awesome."
Yep.
It's such an insane achievement. I whenever I hit the 20-mile mark, I was like, "Wow, it's finally there."
Yep.
That's insane.
That's awesome, dude. Well, dude, thanks so much for taking the time and sharing your progress and your journey. Can't wait to see what else you accomplish.
Agreed. Catch you all on the flip side.
Later.